An international conference is currently underway here in Baku, Azerbaijan, focused on the fight for independence by Réunion Island, a French overseas territory in the Indian Ocean. The conference, organized by the Baku Initiative Group, is aimed to provide a platform to call for greater international support for Réunion's pursuit of sovereignty and self-determination.
The conference, titled Independence of Réunion, a look at France's colonial legacy and the path to sovereignty, has brought together representatives of Réunion's indigenous population fighting for independence, as well as leaders of anti-colonial organizations, human rights activists, NGO leaders, experts, and scholars specializing in decolonization. The event opened with a screening of a short documentary film detailing France's colonial crimes in Réunion, supported by factual evidence and witness testimonies. It is worth noting that the island was first discovered by Portuguese explorers in the early 16th century. After being seized by the French, the first permanent colony was established in 1645. In their statements, conference participants emphasized the importance of Réunion's emancipation from French influence.
Alors justement, ce que nous attendons.
What we are specifically aiming for is for Réunion to be relisted as a non-self-governing territory by the United Nations. This is a crucial step for us because it will allow us to expand our diplomatic network and advance our cause for sovereignty through international law. Therefore, having Réunion reinstated on the UN Charter's list of non-self-governing territories is a top priority in our pursuit of sovereignty and independence.
Est très important pour nous.
Among the key participants are representatives from Réunion itself and other overseas territories who relate to the island's struggle for independence. With support from the Baku Initiative Group, human rights activists, legal experts and decolonization scholars have also gathered here to address the colonial legacy that still affects the island today.
France's dominant position on the island continues to impact its economic, political and social spheres. Economically, this is reflected in the island's heavy dependence on France for foreign trade and investment, the weakening of local production, and a high unemployment rate. However, Réunion is not the only overseas territory suffering from France's colonial ambitions.
We firmly believe that Réunion deserves to be decolonized and achieve its independence. Such independence would bring much-needed stability to the entire sub-region. But Réunion is not the only territory still under French control. Mayotte, for example, is Comorian. It was decolonized at the same time as the rest of the Comorian islands, yet France continues to occupy it. Mayotte remains under French administration, which tears our nation apart, destabilizes us, and impacts our economy, healthcare, and overall security. Let's not forget that the Comorian state has suffered numerous coups d'etat, all orchestrated by France. These interventions have severely disrupted our economic stability, and their effects are still felt today. That's why we are calling, loudly and clearly, for France to withdraw from Mayotte, from Réunion, New Caledonia, from Guyana, from Martinique, and from all its remaining colonies. It is simply unacceptable that in the 21st century, parts of the world are still subjected to colonization. This situation is not only unacceptable, it is a disgrace. We are here today to say, loud and clear, that the time has come for France to end its colonial ambitions once and for all.
At the conclusion of the event, the Baku Initiative Group and the Co-Ubuntu movement, a key advocate for the independence of Réunion Island from France, signed a memorandum of practical cooperation. This marks a significant step in their joint efforts, as Réunion Island becomes the 11th French overseas territory with which the Baku Initiative Group has established a formal partnership.